What's up? What's up? Trying to just get her done. Get it fucking done. What's up, everybody? What's the angle like? I feel like it's good. Like, I need to stand a little bit more back here, but microphone stuff. So maybe my head gets chopped off a little bit. Maybe I fix it. I don't know. Either way, uh, upper body day. That's what we're doing. Let me get all this stuff sorted. Just gonna do upper body today. Yesterday we did, or not yesterday, day before we did full body. So yesterday I just took it easy. It was a little bit of a dumb day. I felt like I didn't do anything, but that happens, and just don't harp on it. Just don't let it become a thing. Dude, I swear, no matter what, whenever I start streaming, I gotta like fix my eyelashes because they always start like bending into my eyeball. There we go. That's fine. If you're in the chat, say something. Set up. Trying to get it like, just trying to get it going, you know? I want to get good form, get really locked into it, and just blast. I'm not going for any number, I'm just going for the feeling. Okay, getting warmed up, feeling good. Let's check how audio and visual crap. Make sure it just looks good. Yeah, that's fine. What's everybody else doing today? I got, fuck, I don't know. I got maybe like an hour, maybe like 45 minutes to do all this. So we'll just do it as we can. I'm trying not to take too much time in between all these, but I also want to get like just enough rest where I can just actually move the bands. If you don't like, I don't know, if you don't give yourself enough rest and you're just trying to like blast it back to back to back, your working sets aren't going to be as good because you're exhausted. You know, that's part of why people do stuff like pre-workouts, creatine, all that, because like the better your training is, right, the better your results can be. In theory, you still have to work. That's probably the biggest thing. Is that nothing works unless you work. Nothing works unless you do. And I swear, sometimes people buying a whole bunch of supplements and fucking peptides and all that shit, half the reason they get results is because they finally fucking lock in because they just spent like $300 on a bunch of shit. Same thing with trainers, honestly. It's not a bad thing. I just feel like that's how it is. I might even just take one band off. Like, I'm getting good squeeze, good contraction. I just feel like I could do like a few more reps, maybe. Maybe I just give it a little bit more time on this one. Look at this nerd getting ripped. What's good? You getting ripped too, villain? Do some push-ups. Fuck it. Everything works. That's the other one. Fucking nothing works unless you do. And everything works. Everything works. If you just do something, it'll work. It doesn't have to be the optimal 8 to 12, blah, blah, blah. 3 sets of this, 5, 5, 5, that. Like, different things are gonna be better towards certain goals. But doing something's better than nothing. I know that's like so simple, but everything works. You can do push-ups, pull-ups, fucking... You could just find something heavy around your house and move that shit around a bunch. Just do something. I'm gonna move it down a bit. I want to get a better contraction on it. Like, I'm kind of muscling through it. I really want to just push, not use anything, no trap, no shoulder. I just want to fucking push. Lock in. Getting her done. Need to give it just a little rest here. Just keep moving around a little. Anyone just kind of like move randomly while they're working out? You got to pace around, you know, hands on your hips, pace around a little bit. Fucking scope the place out. It'd be good. I'd be down to get like a weight set. I feel like I want to check out like a Sports Authority or some kind of shit. See if I can get like a nice little dumbbell barbell set, you know? Something where I can like really fuck shit up. I would need, yeah, I would want a bench too. You do like a sub goal, fucking, I don't know, $500-$600 maybe. Get a bench, get a barbell, like, you know, like a flat bar. You know what? I bet like Facebook Marketplace. I bet Facebook Marketplace would be something to do there. Find something that somebody used for a month and is just getting rid of. Got it. I hate Kendrick and Wiz, where like half of their song is like some fucking, it's just some audio bullshit, you know? Yeah, we'll keep it on this song. I was gonna change it, but then I just started complaining about it too much. Yeah, no. Man. What is it, like Good Kid, Mad City for Kendrick, where I swear to God, half of it is like monologues and shit. And it's like, it's a cool album experience. Like the first time, like you're stoned in your buddy's garage or something. But Jesus Christ, like listening to it afterwards, listening to that thing afterwards, you're just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, this album sucks. That might just be me, but like I don't know, like let's call it like an hour-long album, and 15 minutes at least is like monologues and shit. And it's like, oh, it's telling the story of the album. It's like, let the music do that. How about? Instead of like painting this whole like scene of bullshit. Alright, not too shabby. Not too shabby. We'll do back next. I might do like one more chest exercise though. I'm trying to think. Trying to think about like the time that I have. So I think I might just go like straight into back. And then we can do shoulders after that, and then arms. Kind of just the usual deal. You can kind of do arms or like, I don't know, you do shoulders after arms, maybe. Yeah, we'll do chest, and then we'll do back, and then we'll do arms, then we'll do shoulders. How about that? Easy peasy. I might throw that one band back on. We'll see. Maybe just go for a kind of bigger pump with it. I think I'll attach it up here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll try it out here, and I'll see if I want to add another band. I might just add another one, kind of warm up with this. That was actually pretty good. I like the contraction on that. I don't think I'm gonna add another band on that. Just gonna keep my shoulder warm a little bit in between this. Rotator cuff, not bad to keep strong. You don't need much for it. It's weird. My left feels stronger than my right when it comes to my rotator cuff. But I don't know. I'm all weird, dude. Like I throw with my right hand, but I skate goofy. So like I skate with my right foot forward. I'm right-handed. I bat left. I also like I golf and putt that way. Golfing though, like I feel like I can kind of putt either way, which is just putting, but I don't know. I don't really play golf, so I don't really know. But baseball switch hitting, I can kind of do it, but like it just feels weird, that rotation. Hit some reps with me? Yo, it's good for Robbie. Do it, man. Get her going. Just do something. Everything works. It's a little something. Trying to get it going. We already did chest. Now we're doing back. We'll probably do like 2 back exercises. I might do like 1 more chest exercise, but yeah, I might do just like 1 more. Kind of just hit that angle up top instead of to the side. Chest at start, like when I'm just kind of doing my normal press like I did, I try to do like a little bit above shoulder height. Yeah. I anchor the side bit, a little bit higher than shoulder height for just my normal press. So we'll try it up there too. See kind of how it feels, if it kind of gets, just a little bit of a different feeling, stimulus. Like where the line of force is coming from kind of matters. But at the end of the day, like people say, it's like oh, targeting this and targeting that. It's like you can't like specifically fire one part, but you can like emphasize the load. So it's like it's right, but like semantics, like the way that they say it a lot of times, like it's like yeah, but no. It's like you're right, but for like the wrong reasons, kind of thing. But who cares about optimal bullshit? Just do something. I swear. People get caught up on like doing certain rep ranges and RPE and all that. People psych themselves out with like too much knowledge. I swear. Like if you know too much, you just kind of get frozen in either deciding something, or you get frozen in just like doing the same one thing instead of just pushing yourself. I think that's another thing, is like there's an amount of pushing yourself in the gym. You got to be a little bit used to being uncomfortable. So you just got to get used to that. Like it's not going to feel comfortable. Once it starts feeling uncomfortable, it's like, all right, now you're like halfway there, right? You try and blast it out a little bit more. And again, doing something's better than nothing. Don't take this as gospel. Like if you don't get this done where like, you're like barely doing half reps and like all that crap, who cares? Just do something. Doesn't matter. Just do something. Just get it fucking done.
What are you doing, step bro?
Yeah, appreciate the follow. Who was it? Yeah, appreciate it. Sorry my stream alerts like aren't up on this page, but thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. It's definitely a bit rough at the end there. Little bit rough. I need to get back in it, dude. I feel like my cardio sucks, and it's like 20% of lifting. I shouldn't be out of breath as much as I am, but I think I just brace a lot too, so I'm not always like breathing, right? It's like huh, 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 right? We'll do chest from this angle. Tauren gaming later? Yeah, it's a maybe. Um, I'm not really like decided yet. I have my character made. If you're asking like what it is, World of Warcraft, playing as Taurens. Buddy started a guild where they're playing hardcore, and the whole guild is just Taurens, so they're calling it Herdcore. So it's kind of fun. I always like playing with people and like playing with my friends and stuff, and I know a lot of people that are doing it, trying it out. I think I might just send it where I only do one character. Like if I die, I'm out. You know, I don't, because kind of, dude, the thing with hardcore from like a creator standpoint is like if you're not in like the first kind of push of it and ahead of the curve and on top and max level and doing all this shit, like nobody cares, you know? Like, I don't know, the people that are there for you are going to be there for you anyway, but overall, like, yeah, like you're not growing or really doing anything. So I think I might just run it like that, where it's like, all right, one time, one warrior. I want to do a dual wield warrior, and like Tauren's pretty fat, like metaphorically and physically. So I kind of want to roll with that. Horde has some pretty good one hand options too. Like you do BFD and Wailing Caverns, and there's your dual wield setup for a while. Um, and then Dead Mines and all that shit. It just sucks because like I swear those first like 20 or 30 levels takes like 2-3 days, like minimum for me, especially just like the time I'm gonna have and everything. So we'll have to figure it out. Anyone else playing Herdcore? Anyone waiting on that? I'm gonna change the song. It's a good song, but I'm changing it. This is a little bit better. Yeah, anyone else playing Herdcore? Anyone else gaming? Should be fun. I'm looking forward to playing with people, but I just it's the hardcore part. Like, you know, I say all this shit, so I should just do my own thing. Where it's like, yeah, I like this, but I would rather it be like that or this or that. It's like, okay, then just do it your way, make something your way. But it, and maybe you grow with it, but I swear, dude, like, it's just like the prospect of like making a guild or something when you're like somebody that doesn't have like a huge viewership, you're like, fuck, you know. But maybe I need to think about it in workout terms, get it going, do something, you know. I keep on forgetting that it's like directly behind me now. So I gotta just like walk out front instead of angled. One sec. Okay, we just gotta do our workout here. Get it going. Let's move on to let's move on to arms, and then we'll do shoulders, and then we'll be done. Yo, what's good, Couch King? Oh, good stuff. Oh, fuck. All right, feeling good. Yeah, trying to get it done, Couch King. Yo, arrow looking good next to your name, dude. Love to see that. Feeling good. Classic's been all right. Um, Playing TBC, that's fun. Man, that was kind of a short set there. I feel like I might have to blast another one real quick. But yo, what's good, Boosty? Good to see you. Get those gains, dog. Gotta do something. Um, yeah, TBC though, like it's fun. I just wish I had more people to play with, and I think that's part of why I'm drawn to this whole herdcore thing that Graze is doing. Um, and it's like it's no disrespect. I just don't want to start something and then it end fucking 2 weeks later or whatever, and like it's like, yeah, have fun while you're logged in, I get that, but like I don't know, there's just got to be like some meat on the bone. It's kind of like jerking off and not coming, like there's got to be an end something to it, like I don't just want to like goon for 2 weeks and then blue balls myself. Community with Herdcore's fire, good role play. It's solid, dude. Like Tauren is solid role play. Just for all the jokes, the puns, all that. But like, man, dude, I really like. Before OnlyFans, I was like practicing my Tauren or whatever, right? Like, I've been expecting you. Walk with the Earth Mother. I'm bad right now because I'm out of breath, but it's fun shit. I think I'd roll a warrior. I think I want to do like dual wield warrior and just like pop the fuck off. When's Classic Plus coming? Generally just a retail player. Um I think they'll announce it at BlizzCon, and then it'll either be another thing like SOD where they announce it at BlizzCon and we get it like a couple of weeks later, or they announce it at BlizzCon, which is like September 12th, I think, right? Something like that. They'll announce it there, and then we'll get it like September, October, maybe like November. That's what I would think. Never really played WoW except trying to get into it in WoD and not liking it. I hope Classic Plus is fun. You can definitely try it. It's something to try. Like, there's almost nothing to lose. Like, it could be the next kind of vanilla WoW, right? Like, it could be that next thing where, we remember in 20 years, like, wow, remember the launch, remember all this, all that. I am worried about just the culture of gaming in general, like we've saw with SOD, and how everything just kind of gets data mined, and like even as a creator myself, let me turn it down just a couple ticks. Even as a creator myself, and it's probably because I'm on the outside of it, but I don't even like the idea, even if I were benefiting from it, like just fundamentally, like morally, quote unquote, I don't like the idea of like all this insider info where like, this person knows this person knows that, this person's on Discord DMs with that person, like some YouTuber in a dev's DMs, and it's like, oh yeah, this is happening and this is here, and oh, like this shouldn't be working like that, or blah blah. It's just like, it's nice in a way because like the community somewhat has a direct line, well, somewhat a direct line, but somewhat has a line of communication with Blizzard, but at the same time, it always comes off as this whole boys club thing where it's the haves and the have-nots, the inner circle and everybody else, and it's just so frustrating. Like I said, we saw with SOD where it just like, the same people are, like instantly know everything that's going on and where the runes are and the strats for the bosses and all that. It's like, yeah. Within 2 to 5 years for Classic Plus. Um, that would be the better thing, but I don't know that it's going to be like that. I think they're actually going to release it very soon and then iterate on it, kind of like old school RuneScape. It's not going to be a complete product all at once. I think it's going to be like a living, breathing kind of thing. you suss they need one more round of Season of Blank before they're ready to build a Classic Plus that we all want. Yeah, I don't disagree, but I think that's kind of what I think they're gonna like iterate instead of like having a complete thing all at once. Yeah. MMOs used to be the casual fuck around genre. Now it's a min max genre. I see. I'll get to that in a sec. I always push back with that idea that like nowadays we min max, back then we didn't. Like the game that's credited with being the very first MMO, the Realm Online, the game I started out playing when I was a kid because of my brothers. Like you were min maxing from the start at the character selection. Like, do you want to be a warrior? Okay, you're gonna be a giant, all strength warrior. That's it. ASGW, all strength giant warrior. You want to be a you want to be a wizard, you want to be a caster, you want to be an enchanter. Okay, you're going to be an all intellect elf wizard, AEIW or AIE, yeah, AIEW. Uh, you know, you would just kind of be dumb to do anything else. And like that was like it's a role playing game, Dungeons and Dragons. You know, it was a MUD, but it was a multiplayer like a multiplayer online thing. So it's credit to being like the first MMO or one of, but kind of before the term was a term. It was even before EQ. EQ was like 99, right? Project 99. The Realm was like 95 or 94. But yeah, that. Long story short, I always do push back on the whole like, oh, back in the day we were just playing and like we were big dumb idiots. It's like to a degree there was more like kind of discovery and things took longer to come out, but there was always like think about the Nintendo cartridge thing. Everybody knew how to like everyone knew to blow on it to like reset it and stuff. Like knowledge just kind of gets passed weirdly, and like in that game, The Realm, one thing you would do, you would send a mail to somebody, like an in-game mail with all the directions for a bunch of different things, like how to get to like this dungeon or that dungeon. You would like start out at a city, and then it would be like left, right, up, down kind of directions because it was a side scroller. So there's like little shit like that, class choice, stat choice, a 5x ADM sword, until you get your wrath, and then you're using a magical mace, all this kind of shit. It's fun stuff. You definitely try Classic Plus. It would be awesome. It would be. Blizzard's the king of taking things that work in MMOs and putting it in WoW. If they can do that with the whole idea of OS or rest, hopefully they can do it right. Hopefully, right? Yeah, like Corncob, I would love to see. I would love to see a living, breathing WoW. I would like a semi-finished product. Like I don't know how OS or S launched really. Like I think it was kind of just bare bones, like vanilla, right? Probably I don't think it had like anything added from the start, but I don't really know. I don't know the history. They're gonna rush it. It's gonna be junk on launch. It may be. It may be, and that's kind of the risk. And that's why you got to kind of like stick with it too. Gaming's not the same as when we grew up. Everyone just has to min max the f out of everything. I know I feel that dark roasty, but like I said, I always push back because like we were min maxing way back when too. Like I said, all strength giant warrior, all intellect elf wizard, that whole speech that I just made there. Cause like I'm kind of catching up with chat. I like to like read everybody too. You think there should be more tank specs? I think that would be nice for like World of Warcraft, like vanilla. Cause like realistically, for dungeons, I mean, you can shaman tank dungeons, you can pally tank dungeons. So I mean, like they're kind of R4, but it would be nice if like pally and shami were just more fleshed out. I know everyone always talks about pally taunt and like sure whatever, but like because the tank class should just have a taunt, but there's reasons why they didn't put it in an original and stuff, like different kind of like bubble taunt or whatever and blah blah blah, but like those aren't that big of a deal, I don't think, especially yeah, no, I don't think that's a big deal. And like I don't know, I think people like underestimate pally tanking, especially like pally tanking in vanilla is honestly fine. Like we had a Nax tank like as a pally, and you just greater blessing of king spam. Dungeons, they're very very good, you know, AoE wise and stuff like that. Like consecration is actually still very good in vanilla. You put salve on your whole group, and it's very hard to like lose threat and stuff. Like you can do pretty well. It's really just about like the pacing of stuff, I think. You know, like you're constantly drinking, and then like your DPS are ready to go. So then like as soon as you get up from drinking and everything, then they start blasting because they're just like, oh, I'm ready, like, and then you lose aggro. Multi-user domain. Mud is the one that I'm talking about. Muds are multi-user dungeons, but maybe that was like another. Yeah, maybe multi-user domain. I always read it as mud for a multi-user dungeon, like on the different little wiki pages and shit. Um, every game has gone towards day one optimals. That's pretty true. I feel like honestly, and like that's just like the nature of things, though, right? Like the people that are gonna day one optimize, they're just kind of at the forefront of stuff, right? So that's almost the perception naturally, right? Used to take a lot of years of playing to figure stuff out. Again, I think we just underestimate. It wasn't that it took years to figure out. It was just it took years maybe for it to be as public. Whereas now, like a YouTube short goes out and it gets like 300,000 views, and that's like the whole community, right? You know. We did not just know to blow on. It took a good 2 years for the that tech to make it mainstream. Yeah, that's kind of like right. That's that's kind of like what I mean too, right? It wasn't necessarily because like some people probably you know, people had to have figured it out at some point, kind of first, right? You know, when everyone's trying cotton swabs and alcohol and all that kind of shit. It's just that it takes a while for that information to kind of disseminate, you know. Now it's just quicker. I don't think people have changed. I think our ability to like just talk to each other has, you know, more so. But then that does play a feedback loop into the way that we these games are socially and everything, right? Um, because MMOs are really social games, and there's like expectations and stuff on people, you know, like getting your bis, right? People always make such a big deal about that. Like it's so ingrained in the World of Warcraft culture to like get your bis, pre-raid bis before you raid. Like you need your pre-raid bis. And you don't, dude. You can go in with like greens and shit. Tanks, it's like a little bit more important to reach your certain caps, but even then, you can be under your caps and still tank. I've tanked with like Wolf's Head helm on. I've tanked with like the wrong gear on and stuff. Like, there's been fights where I was in my cat gear, like not even tanking gear, and the tank dies, and I just take over like 75% of the fight, you know? And it's it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, like you can, I hate when people are like, oh, Druids, you need 415 defense, blah 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 blah. It's like, no, you just need 2.6% crit reduction, and you can get that any way that you want. You can get it with defense, you can get it with resil, you can get it with a mix, which is generally what you do. But it's all these fucking boomers like 415, 415, 415 because they read some fucking article in Wowhead. And like that shit kind of pisses me off. Like I said, it's the social part of like how everything is. You got all these people kind of like acting like know-it-alls and shit, and acting like they're better than other people, when in reality it's kind of more like a Dunbar, or not Dunbar, Summer, wow, Dunning-Kruger, you know, too stupid to know you're dumb, confidently wrong kind of shit. They need to get back in their roots. Love some of you guys to play. Love to talk to some of you guys about the EQ WoW comparison one day. Yeah, I really don't know much about EQ just because like I didn't play it. I never tried it. I haven't seen much gameplay of it. I really don't know much about it. Hybrid tax was a big concept back then. It makes, yeah, oh, because like the whole pally thing, right? How we were talking about tanking. OSRS is the perfect example. Zezima maxed. How Zezima Max could be considered to be absolute trash, but it was good in his day. Yeah, I mean, it's especially like I don't know, just like different fucking. I mean, shit's so different now, right? Too quests giving different experience and different abilities to do shit. But even if you were kind of like looking at it like 2007 Scape, you probably could have done it like way more optimally. But I mean, fuck, wasn't he just like I don't know, wasn't he some like teenager or some shit? Like that was part of the I don't know. It was pretty gnarly. Yeah, what's good, Fed? It's good to see you, man. Almost done with this workout here. Doing a little like arms and shoulders to wrap it out. Playing EQ as much as you did made you respect WoW so much more. I think like when I played the Realm, it was what I thought like Dungeons and Dragons would be. Because I remember my mom was like, "Oh, you should play Dungeons and Dragons with your uncle." Like blah 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 blah. Like you would like it because I liked Lord of the Rings and all that shit. And I was like, "Okay, sick. Yeah, this will be cool." Turns out it's a board game, and I'm like, I don't want to do a board game, dude. I want to play like a video game. And so then I played the Realm. I was like, holy shit, this is what I thought Dungeons and Dragons would be. And then I played WoW, and I was like, well, I played RuneScape in between that, and I was like, oh, this is sick, right? And then I played WoW, and I was like, this is what Dungeons and Dragons, like, this is what, like, the picture in my mind was, running around, 3D models, cinematic as fuck, all the abilities, all the shit, all the, just the, did I already say thematic? Yeah, like, just the kind of, the aura of it all, aura maxing. Yo, what's good, Ziggy? Good to see you, good to see you. Happens a lot when you DPS dungeons as a cat, de facto tank when the main tank dies. It's cool though, dude. That's part of why I love Druid. I'm literally a stance swap away from just being the tank. And Warrior is honestly very similar. Like, if you could be a little like you can be much more squishy as a warrior. If you're wearing just kind of like a bunch of leather and stuff. Kind of just like a glorified rogue. But if you got some sturdy plate gear, a little bit of stam, a little bit of strength, a little bit of agi, which is good anyway because you want to take some damage and you want to have that buffer because taking damage helps you deal damage. DPS higher or stand in the fire, DPS higher, get more rage as a warrior, taking a little bit of damage. Sometimes in like dungeons and stuff, I see something on a warrior and I don't even like actively try to pull it off. I just passively, if I do, because just let them get hit a little bit. Get a little bit extra rage to dump. Throw some cleaves and whirlwinds. Feeling good though. Hope everyone else is. Just kind of talking a lot of shit about like it's funny like I'm in the fitness section. We're all talking about WoW so much. Vanilla pilot taking is looked down because you're missing the taunt. But if you have the damn tank touch things first, they have the highest threat in the game. People literally don't understand how threat works in World of Warcraft. Like I don't know how it works in like retail, but I would imagine it works the same in retail because why change it? I think the tanks kind of just have like insta aggro. They have a huge multiplier. But regardless, what happens when you engage a mob, the first person to engage it is like you are the target of the aggro. Like there's aggro and there's threat. Aggro is like the attention. Threat is the amount of attention, basically. So if you like run in first as a mage, you have aggro on everything. And if you did like any amount of damage, whoever wants to take aggro off you, like the tank, has to do what you've done and 10% more while they're in melee range. Which is another thing when you have like casters like 2 feet away from the mobs and they're like blizzarding or whatever else. Arcane Explosion makes sense. You got to be like a bit close. It's just kind of how it is. Hellfire, that too. But like when they're just like, they run up and they're just like dumping their AoE and stuff, they don't understand that you actually get like, I think it's like 1% every yard or like 3 yards or whatever. I don't want to do the math right now, but it's 10% in melee range and 30% in ranged range. And it's like 10% per 10 yards or whatever. So it's like a percent a yard. Because, yeah, like anything within 10 yards of it, it's the threshold is 110%. And then, like, if it's 20 yards away, it's 120. If it's 30 yards away, 130%. Which is like why standing back as a DPS is actually like a DPS increase. Like you have a higher threat threshold to go over to take over the tank. But yeah, so long story short, don't attack shit before the tank does, because then the tank has to pull off of you instead of you pulling off of the tank. It's just one of those things where people just don't really know it if they haven't tanked or like, kind of looked into it or whatever, right? But it's just like a little small nuanced mechanic of the game where it's like, yeah, whoever the first person on the target is the tank, right? Or is assumed to be. And so then you have that, 10% threshold, in melee range. I should focus less on the numbers, but you have a higher threshold to go over. God, like sometimes I feel like I just explain things so stupidly. The way that it works too is basically DPS's threat, but it'll have like modifiers like, defensive stance gives you like a 10% increase on your threat. So if you do a hit for 500 in defensive stance, it does 550 threat or whatever, right? I think I got the number wrong. Maybe it's like 20% increase, but that's the idea, right? Hit for 500, 10% increase, 550 threat. If you throw a frostbolt, for 500, you're not going to take over the tank because you have to do, 130% of what he did to break that threshold. So 130% of 550 would be fucking 55 times 350. So you'd have to hit for like 700-ish or some shit, right? Yeah. You'd have to hit for like 700-ish to like pull threat off of like just giving those sorts of numbers. So that's just one thing people just don't understand is like the first person to hit is the tank, like in the game's eyes. So that's why just let the tanks hit shit. Fucking, I swear to God, if you let tanks hit shit, they have like infinite threat. Cool thing from EQ too. Really. You know what's funny? I don't think the realm had threat. Or it probably did. I don't know how it worked with like the targeting. Because the NPCs, I feel like the NPCs would just, you know what? My brother probably knows. But I think they just kind of like attack the furthest target up. Or the lowest level. Or the lowest level that's the furthest up. Lowest level, furthest up, last hit. There's probably some like priority system like that. It's like, if lowest level, if not lowest level, then proximity. If not proximity, then the thing that like hits you last. So it'd really be more like thing that hits you last is first priority. Thing that's close to you is second priority. Thing that's lowest level is third priority. That's probably how it works. That's kind of how I remember it working. Because you would boost characters and you would just have them sit in the back line. It's a cool little turn-based system. It's fun gameplay, You kind of just Kind of just hit the speed up button though. We used to use like what's that shit called? Like a CPU fucking speed hack kind of thing. It was called speed hack, but fuck. It basically just like sped up the cycles in your computer or some shit like that. And now it's like baseline in the game. It's kind of cool when you go to the game now. Like I'm pretty sure like it's similar to how OSRS has been in like some periods where like macroing is okay, like you can just kind of bot the game, and you can use like those speed hacks and stuff, and they're like the speed hacks are just like built in the game. You press like Alt W or like Alt E or some shit like that, and it like speeds up the game. Because otherwise it's like you're sitting there, you hit the attack thing, and it goes over. It's like and it's all like turn based and shit, so it's kind of gnarly. Also, this song's kind of nice, so I'm gonna bump it up real quick. EQ, sit to regen mana, can you sit to regen mana, and sitting can put you on the higher hate list. So sitting next to a mob hitting your tank will get you smacked. Interesting. Can you use that as a tank though to like steal aggro or some shit? That'd be funny. You can re-engage leashing mobs, pull 2-pack, root 1, feign death, let one mob back. Let me see what that. You can re-engage leashing mobs. Pull a 2-pack, root 1, feign death. You can re-pull mob 2 since you rooted him and didn't let him walk back. Yeah, I feel like there's some cases where you can kind of do that in WoW, but it's definitely not like the rule, it's the exception. Like you can kind of do it like with like having a serpent sting or like a dot on the mob, and then like pulling the one, and then like feigning or whatever, and then like that dot is still on it kind of even while it's resetting, and as long as it lasts through the reset, then it'll like tick again and bring it back or whatever. Different ways to split pull it, right? Yeah. Also, I forgot the music's loud. Oh, you know what, Boosty? There's a split pull. Let me fix the music. Yeah, I didn't feel like listening to classic rock right now. There's a split pull almost exactly like that I can think of in the Sunwell. Dude, yeah, my bad, Dylan. Unless you mean this one. Um, fucking. What was I thinking? The split pull in Sunwell. Um, it's like the very first trash pack when you're going through the doors and stuff. You shoot the trash pack and you have a freezing trap laid, ice cube trap. And right as the pack's coming, and like right as the mob is like a body's length away from the trap, you feign death. So then the whole pack, goes back to where it was, except that guy got trapped at the same time. So then you can just solo, then you've just split pulled the one guy. And we would do that to, but other people too would do that to farm one mob at a time in Sunwell and just farm one mob, reset. The way better way, and I'm surprised people aren't doing this. Well, I guess I guess Kara Trash, but like Kara Trash is kind of nerfed loot wise anyway, I think. It'll probably be a thing again in Sunwell. That's where, or maybe even Black Temple. There's not really any good there's not a good spot to do in Black Temple. Anyway, Sunwell, there's a mage strat where everybody takes the Frostbite talent to lock shit down, and you have like 5 or 6 mages or some shit like that. Or maybe it's like, God, maybe it's 6, 7. Maybe it's 6 or 7 mages. And when you have that many, like at a certain threshold of mages, that Frostbite talent or whatever the fuck that it is, that locks them in place, roots them like a Frost Nova, it always procs. Like it's in like the mobs just don't even move. And you have your Blizzard positioned in such a way that it can hit the mobs, but you're still out of line of sight of the mobs and everything. It's actually like pretty sick. It's pretty fun. Like I wish I just had like unlimited money just to buy boosts and shit, because like I just don't want to level my characters really for TBC. Like I just don't feel like it, and that's part of even like my aversion to Herdcore is like, fuck, dude, do I want to level another motherfucking time in something that who knows, like who knows what's gonna happen in a month or 2 or whatever. And I hate saying that because it's no hate or anything. Plans change, things change, all that kind of shit. But like, fuck, dude, I feel like every single time that I like buy into like one of these different projects, it's just gone. Fuck. Yo, what's good, Jax? Jax, that's so funny. I was thinking about your ass the other day, man. Because your stream was always such a fucking party, man. You're always like getting up and dancing and shit. I hope you're doing well, because I feel like I haven't seen you. All good things? Very good things. No, yeah, I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. It's really good to see you. It's funny, too, just because I was like thinking about you like 2 days ago. Working 2 jobs? Dude, I feel you. Can't stream anymore. Right now, I'm a caregiver for one of my family members after like a stroke. And so it's been tough. Like they're very physically fine, but which almost makes it harder though, cuz like selfishly, like I don't know, I don't know. It sounds selfish, but it's just like it's weird if you haven't experienced it. It's just like the kind of keeping up with them back and forth, wanting to do this, that, the other thing, wanting to go drive somewhere, and it's like you can't drive right now, but like they're like physically able, but like they're not all fucking back mentally and shit. So it's just all rough with that. So all that being said, basically a 24/7 caregiver. Like we've been live for I don't know, close to 2 hours probably. I'm really trying to get it where I'm regularly streaming again, working out, doing all that. I'm trying to reclaim some of my time, and I'm trying to get like my brothers and other family members to kind of step it up just a little bit, because especially like the past month or so, I feel like I've kind of been on my own taking care of like fucking everything. Where like from like fucking 6 a.m. to like 8 p.m. I'm just kind of like alone doing everything. And it's fucking annoying. So it's not even just annoying. It's just like what the fuck, dude? Like, yeah, like I have no life. I need my own schedule and my own shit too. As long as it's not some derpy boy being why you can't stream, I guess it's okay. Fuck that guy, but I gotta rebuild my life. Ah, fuck, dude. I feel you. I really do feel you, Jax. I hope things are going well, and I hope things get better for you. It's so much of it's mindset and just like getting at it, and I feel like you work hard and shit. I feel like you do. That's all I've ever seen. So if you put the same energy into what you're doing as I saw you do with like streaming and shit, I think you'll be good. Starting from scratch, I empathize there. I feel like I am constantly starting from scratch. Even this little fucking Tauren gameplay thing. We're gonna do one more set of shoulders and be done with it for now. But and then we might play some WoW. We'll talk a little bit first. But yeah, starting over is part of why I don't even want to do this herdcore thing. It's like fuck me again, another hardcore thing where all right, let's start over and do this, and like maybe that's just a sign that it's like it just isn't for me. Like why am I kind of trying to force myself into like a community where like it's like all these people like cheese and I don't like cheese, but I'm trying to be a part of the cheese club kind of thing. Like when you put it like that, it makes me sound pretty stupid, right? But I enjoy the game. I enjoy vanilla. I enjoy playing WoW. I just don't like hardcore all the time. And I feel like I'm just like constantly doing some hardcore bullshit that like dies in like a month and a half, or like I'm too far behind to like actually be meaningfully a part of, cuz there's so much FOMO with hardcore. Alrighty, let's fix this up a little bit. We'll chat for a minute at least. Hello. Ugh. Let's see. How good is that? It's alright. Let's also fix this up a little bit. How about that? Alrighty. Uh, Maybe I just put myself in just chatting for a minute. Just cause fuck it. Um Found a direction, so we ballin'. Yo, you working as a cheerleader for a basketball team? I feel like that's such your energy. Sorry, fixing a stream dock thing. Okay, chill. I feel like even this is a little fucky wucky here. Like I can check it with this. Mm, I feel like it's like back to normal. Yeah, that's normal enough. All right, let's get caught up. Wow, just wasn't serving you anymore or stream. I get that too, Jax. Like, I totally get that, man. And I hate to like always bring up money and shit, but like at the end of the day, dude, like time is money, and if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Like, streaming can be a hobby for people and everything, but like, dude, I swear, like everyone that says they're doing it just for a hobby or whatever, like in the back of their head, it's like, oh well, if I did blow, blah blah blah, or this or that, then it would be fine, And you got even people like calling it a hobby, but still like kind of doing the most with it and everything, and which is like it's one of those things. I think people are kind of like kidding themselves, and then but it's just such a hard fucking thing, dude. I talk about it all the time, where it's like, and this, um like get subs and all that kind of shit are insane, and they can pop off sometimes or whatever, and that's like where you kind of get most of your money, because like Twitch ad rev, dude, is such bullshit. Also, let's go back to a little full screen right there. It just is, dude. Like I was talking about it like with Bat the other day, and he had it set up where he just kept pre-rolls and then just like kind of never ran ads or whatever. um and like it just like it's weird because like he almost made like the same amount of ad rev not running ads. Like it just, I don't know, it made like ad rev makes no sense. I don't know, I should know about it more and everything, but it's one of those things. Like my general kind of thing that like, let me just look at curiosity, because I think it was like something like this month is way different just because like I really haven't been streaming consistently. I have, looking as like a for instance, uh let's look at like January to February. 4 hours worth of ad breaks in 80 hours streamed that month. So 80 hours streamed, 4 hours of ad breaks, 15. You know. Oh, the 15th, that was when I had the front page thing. So it's weird because the front page probably, like when you're on that promotion thing, probably pays out differently. But even on that day where I had like 1,000 viewers, right, for like 8 hours, I made $31 in ads, or 39 because Turbo counts too. Um, but out of that whole month, 4 hours of ad breaks, 80 hours streamed, I made $50 in ads. It's not nothing, but it's like when you start thinking about like 80 hours streamed in a month, and like that's not even really that much. Like, fucking go back to like when I was like actually kind of full time, like November to December, 178 hours streamed. I just don't feel like showing like the full numbers or whatever, right? It's on full screen, but 178 hours, 180 hours uh, streamed, 9 hours worth of breaks. That was $156 ads for the month. Why does it keep on? Why does it keep on scrolling up like that? What the fuck? Okay, yeah. So 156, right? Uh, it's just weird. It's like yeah, it's a lot of money for kind of like for nothing, quote unquote.
streaming's so easy, but that's 180 hours. Like that, like, and that was a really good month too. Like that's, we're doing the RuneScape, a lot of raids, all that kind of shit. I don't know. That's part of where I'm just stuck, and I feel like you feel that too, Jax. Where it's like, I don't know, with streaming, the amount of time you put in versus the amount that you get out. At a certain point, you're just kind of like, because it's not all about the money. It's or whatever, but like, blah blah. Because I don't know. I hate that you have to like. It's like no shit. It's not all about the money, but like you have to like make money to survive, and so like if just like the amount of time that you're putting in, or you could be putting it in elsewhere to like be able to do something that like could make money. Like it just again, I always say, dude, but like just even working at like Little Caesars, you make more money than fucking streaming and stuff. I don't even see where like, and I'm not trying to like complain about streaming. I feel like I do that way too much, but there just kind of comes a time where it's like shit or get off the pot, and it just kind of just doesn't make sense, spending 8+ hours streaming and making you know $6, and if that, you know more like $3, uh for like 8 hours of fucking shit, when it's like, dude, I could have worked at like Little Caesars for 4 hours, and it made like 400 times that. Like, what the fuck? Basically running your own business, work at the stream, YouTube videos, editing. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the thing too. Like, it's all the shit outside of it. It's it's just a step by step thing, like with anything, but it's just so oversaturated too. Like, and I hate using that as like a crutch, but it's just like the truth. And so then you have to like, okay, so since it's saturated, what are you gonna do about that? Like, it's not wrong or bad to like call out different things that are like tough with it, but it's like, okay, then now what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do to like, overcome that part? Back to personal training, athletic programming. Generosity isn't consistent, and that's right. Like I was saying, it's like, yeah, subs and gifted subs and streamathons and all that and hype and like that comes and goes so much, and like just having some sort of viewership. It's so weird, dude. It's just like a mix of fucking everything. Not all about the money, but sure it does help not to eat rice and beans to survive. Yeah, I feel like I saw you like in a batch stream the other day, Tati. This it's like yeah, the strategy is like mooching off like other big established streamers or some shit like that. It was you or somebody else, I forget, but um yeah, dude, because like it was funny because like yesterday watching Bat, it definitely got me thinking about like doing my ads differently or some shit like that. Because like if it's not gonna pay, like I don't know, if ads aren't gonna pay anyway until you're like 1,000 viewers, then I feel like I just shouldn't run ads until like I'm at like 1,000 viewers almost, you know? But then like in the back of my head, I'm kind of like, well, is Twitch gonna like prioritize a stream that like isn't running ads or something? And if you're not like running mid rolls, then you have all pre rolls. And like I feel like pre rolls are so hard to like grow your channel with, because like somebody clicks on your stream and they can't watch it. Uh so it's just like it's a weird thing. But then like, like that seems to do fine with that. So it's like, that's the thing. You can do it any kind of way and make it work and have it work. I suppose it just makes me wonder. It's like, well, if it's not gonna pay anyway, I might as well fucking, yeah, I don't know. Whatever Bat did got like no ads for 3 hours. Yeah, I was just always under the impression, like the way that I read things and saw things and whatever, is like as soon as you hit affiliate, you're like running ads no matter what. So I always thought he was just mistaken when he thought he wasn't running ads. Like in my mind, the ads were just kind of like auto rolling, and like he just didn't know about it or whatever. Because he doesn't have like this part in his dashboard, ad starts in blah 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 time or whatever. So I just figured he just wasn't aware that they were occurring. But I guess I guess you can just do it where you have pre rolls on and no mid rolls, which I think I do remember. Like that was kind of the choice, is like pre rolls or mid rolls. But yeah, I feel like pre rolls are just rough. It's like you know, once you get through it, and like you can kind of just like click on a stream and then go AFK for like a minute or whatever. But I feel like how many people really? The thing is too, I just use Turbo, so like it's hard for me to like necessarily have like a gauge on how people interact with the ads because like I haven't been for so long. Which will run ads anyway, run you 3 minutes an hour to prevent pre-rolls. That's what I've been doing, right? Just like the standard kind of thing. You could put it to 0, guarantee Twitch would just run their own anyway. Maybe, but like kind of like we're saying, like that's where I think I was kind of like I thought that was incorrect, but I think I'm incorrect. Where like I think you can have it where you're like don't have ads and shit on your channel, except for like pre-rolls. Pre-rolls blow. Probably click off of 45 streams, you get a pre-roll ad. That's the thing. I feel like pre-rolls are bad for discovery, but good when people are like already watching your stream, right? Because then they can just sit in the stream for like 3-4 hours or whatever and not get an ad. Love to be wrong. Get such low viewership and the ads are pennies. I'm considering trying it the other way too, where I just do pre-rolls but then no ads. Like maybe because like it does come up often where like people, you know, in the chat will be talking, doing something, saying something, and they'll, you know, constantly like be right back ads, be right back ads, be right back ads, and it's like fuck. It always breaks up the momentum so hard. Especially because it's like, oh well, you know, if I wasn't paying attention, I don't know where like I kind of left off with it. Either way, I don't want to like, I don't know. I don't mean to get like too much into like the deep stuff of like Twitch and like blah 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 and money and all. Because like I keep on going back to, I just don't think Twitch is my long term or even short term like career option. Like I'm already like 2+ years in, and it's just like, dude, if you're not making like, if like, dude, I make in a month what I could make in a week at Little Caesar. Like, you know what I mean? I say that shit all the time, but I should just be doing that. Right now, life is a little bit fucked, right? Like you guys all know. So like, and I hate just using that as a crutch, but it's like literally, I like, you know, these past this past hour and 40 minutes has been like the most time that I've had to myself in the past like 2 days. Hard out there. No, yeah, 100%. And so it's just like, I don't know. Streaming, Twitch, it's all that. It's cool. It's like, it's fun. I like the kind of community aspects of it. But there's so much to the job part of it where I'm just kind of like, eh, fuck, doing this. Uh, dude, if I'm being honest here for a second too, and I know this is like probably just me being in my own head and like all this kind of shit, but I did make a character for Herdcore, and then like I whispered Gray's for a guild invite, and it was probably just like too tired and didn't see whatever blah blah blah, especially like that late in the stream. But it kind of made me think. I was like, dude, because like I feel like it's just not even like my crowd. I feel like there's like, you know, it's like you, Boosty, you, Chadley, and like fucking Mr. Sully who would like want me to play Herdcore, which is like, you know, 3 people is more than a lot of people that like would want them to like play a video game or something. But I don't know. I just don't feel like I don't feel like I'm like a kind of, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm like a streamer or like a content creator or anything a lot of times. I really feel like I'm just like a viewer that kind of like snuck in to like different shit like OnlyFans or, you know, partner or whatever kind of shit. Like I don't know, cause like I feel like I'm not known at all, and a lot of that is my fault for like not having a bunch of YouTube shit out and blah blah blah. I still do get the occasional person who's like, "Oh, dude, your fucking thing in Season of Discovery made me so much money. That was dope. Blah blah blah. I leveled my friends. It was sick." Like that's cool, and that's the thing is like I need more of that shit. if the camera's on, the stream's running, you're a content creator. I feel that makes sense. I like that's the thing. It's like technically, like, and I get what you mean. Like, I should be more confident in it or whatever, because like you're doing it. That's what it is. But what I mean is like I just don't feel like I'm any kind of like member of the community. Like, and it's rightfully so. It's not like I have any kind of like viewership, but like it's like, oh, we need somebody to like make a night elf guild and like go against us or whatever. Like, we need a show back, we need a this, we need a that. I'm never in any of those conversations. I'm never in any of the duo conversations, like, oh, I should do a duo with Jay. I should do this with Jay. Like, it's always like, oh, I should do this with this person or that person or whatever. Like, wouldn't it be sick if this person came along? Like, I'm just kind of never in that conversation of like cool people to be there. And I guess I don't know. I haven't like carved out my niche or like kind of what's cool or important about me. It's like I feel like I'm a really good tank, and I feel like I've been doing that like the past few years, even though I'm more of like a hunter main. But like it's funny because like I feel like hunter to warrior pipeline is like so real. You're just a hunter for so long and you just kind of like know everything that's going on, and you're tired of like seeing shitty tanks just like be pussies. You have to conduct a live birth on Twitch to get ahead. Shit. What about live conception? Let's serve you mentally, so the monetary part is complementary, is the mindset you had, but it's hard. You were like, oh, I'll stream something else that I'm already doing, but then you're like, I could just get a job, right? That's 100%. Like you're saying, you're working two jobs. You already have like, you have like your base job or whatever, and you think like, oh, I should or could stream or whatever, right? And then, you kind of look at it and you're like, yeah, but like, I don't know. I could get that kind of like same sense of community just kind of like working at a kind of a service job or whatever where I'm interacting with a lot of people but making like way more money. So then it's like just way more rewarding to do in that sense as well. Way more worth your time and everything like that. It's hard, dude. Like, and with Twitch especially, dude, I don't see where you actually start making money. Cause like I said, I've been at like 1,000 viewers, um, via like front page shit or raids or, holding like a few hundred viewers consistently for like 8-hour stream or 6-hour stream. And then you go look back or whatever, and you're just like, fuck, dude, I made $10. Like, how the fuck is this possible? Like I said, the one where I had the front page thing, I made $39 in 8 hours. It was just like, what the fuck? It's fucked up. Live conception. I knew you were Johnny. Instantly thought of you and LSJ when we started this. I already feel like that's the dumb part, dude, is I swear just the way that things move. Like, I don't know, dude. Grays is gonna be like 60 by the end of the week. Up there at 60, doing some shit. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. I just feel like it's already too late. I like, as silly as that sounds, like the whole joke in the meme, it's like, wait till next fresh, it's already done. I swear that's kind of how it feels like to me. Like I feel like it's just like, fuck, what am I doing? Right, Jax? It's just like at a certain point, you kind of got to just do what's best for yourself. Like, again, with Twitch, it's like, when does it start making money? And I get it, it's super saturated. Anyone can do it. You got to like have some numbers and all that kind of shit. I hate talking about it. I really do. I feel like A, nobody wants to hear about it, but like B, I just hate talking about it because it's like depressing. Are you playing stress leagues? When does it start? I don't really know if I am, but I think I might be. I don't really know where I'm at with OSRS, man. Like, I'm scared to go back because I feel like no one's gonna watch me. I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where like, because dude, it like not gonna lie, it was frustrating. Like, you know, it's just the same again. Like, I feel like I'm not ever like taken seriously as like one of the people that's like in the group or like a content creator or like a streamer. Like, I'm never in the conversation about like duos. I'm always like the lowest of the viewership. Like, and again, I like seeing my friends be successful. This isn't like, oh, I hate that they're successful and I want to be, it's like I just want to be successful as well, right? And like a tough part, like, and I don't know, the tough part is like Triumphant and I kind of share viewers to a degree, like a lot, like we, same time slot, similar like people that have like come through and been hanging out or whatever. So then it just becomes a decision of like watch one or the other. And for the most part, people just watch Triumphant more, and it makes sense. But it's like, because his stream is good and all that kind of shit. But it's hard for me to have a good stream without viewership, because like half of streaming is interacting with the fucking chat and all this kind of stuff. Like when you're talking to yourself like you have 3 viewers, it's so fucking dumb. Uh, it's and like I don't know, like trying to do like a poll and stuff or like a prediction or whatever, and like nobody fucking participates because like nobody's in there. It's like, oh well, you got to like engage people. It's like there's no one to engage, right? It's like it's a chicken and the egg kind of thing. April 15th for League, like 3 weeks from now. Okay, it's definitely a little bit of time to think. I would like to, but again, even man, like part of the thing I've been thinking about is like, yeah, League, cool, it's hype, whatever. But everyone's just gonna be watching Foe and fucking Alfie and No Monkey and Sard and all that. Like with those event things, it's the rich get rich. You know, fucking you just kind of get buried when those sorts of things are going on. You're dope. At the end of the day, you gotta do what makes Jay happy. I appreciate it, Jax. Dude, I need to like reach out, and I think we're on Discord together. I'll have to see, or I'll just like message you on Twitch. But I do appreciate that, dude, because it's been a little bit fucking all over the place, right? No, yeah, I feel that, Tethy. It's either something you go all in on or do as a side thing when everything else is already good. For me, it's like a weird, like I keep saying, it's just like a weird situation that I've been in where I've been taking care of all this bullshit and everything, so kind of precludes me in a way from doing just like the regular fucking thing. That's why I've been trying to like, capitalize and make that shit work. But I just haven't been able to. Yeah, 100% I will, Jax. And you do the same if you ever feel like it, man. But yeah, Roll Fresh Monday, bunch of giving an official launch. Like, I don't know, man. I really don't fucking know. It's kind of like Jax was saying, or like I was saying in response to what Jax was saying. I'm tired of starting over, dude. I really am. I'm so tired of fucking starting over in life, in video games, in all this shit, dude. I fucking swear to God, dude, it's always starting over. Start over, start over, start over, start over, start over. Like, up new server this, up TBC that, up fucking OSRS this, up fucking. I'm fatigued, dude. I want something to just sink my teeth into, and that's where it's like, build the thing you want, right? Like, that's what you probably should do. But then I think about it and I'm like, I kind of psych myself out where it's like, dude, not to call out like viewership and stuff, but it's like, who's joining some 12 viewer Andy guild or whatever, right? But like, I know shit grows. So, you grow with it or whatever. I just don't fucking know. I feel like if I did know, I wouldn't be in this situation. Really, some excuse for Grace to play hardcore again. Basically, what you're saying about trying to find what's going to get views and stuff. And it's working. The again, the kind of like frustrating part for me, I think, is like I don't think anyone's gonna watch me or care. You know, like I feel like I like, and that's it's like I guess my own fault for like having expectations of how it'll go. But yeah, it's like, I see Gray's doing it and it's like, okay, yeah, it actually is hype and people want to watch it or whatever. But then like I do it and then like it's like, okay, no one's watching. But that's the thing, is like it's not really about the content, it's about the person. And like if I'm just not actually hyped for Herdcore, I think it's just not gonna work. I don't know. It's not like I'm gonna fucking just, you know, like, oh, all of a sudden like a million viewers or whatever, right? That's not like the thing I'm kind of even looking for, but I just, again, I don't feel like anyone knows or even cares like what I'm doing. SM content saw it was lit. Not sure if there's anything to learn from that, but mad fun watching you jam in there. I appreciate it, Jalen. And yeah, and dude, that's why I fucking that's what that's why I don't like Blizzard a lot of the times. They nerf the thing that I'm doing. And like, dude, like imagine if it were Arlius. I always bring that kind of shit up, but like imagine they nerfed mage boosting when Arlius was doing it. There would be no Arlius. That's kind of what I ran into, is like, you nerf all my boosting, there's no J2 low. Like, every time. So you're right. I do need to find something like that where I'm like vibing and stoked and all that. I thought about like Pally, the Pally S or SM, or not, Strathhome farming. That could be kind of a thing. I was considering like boosting a character and just sending it. I was. I don't know. It's so dumb to say like $60 is a lot of money, because I'll spend $60 like here or there, like other shit. Like on it, like all things considered, like the $60 is actually kind of a pretty big value. I just like don't feel like leveling up 1 to 60, and that's part of my thing with Herdcore even too. Like, I don't know. I don't want to like roll Shami. Not really. I don't really want to roll Hunter. Druid could be cool, but I'm like kind of already doing it with TBC. I'm just kind of stuck. I don't know. It's a mix of, I don't know what I want to do, and I don't know what would like be good for the stream. And part of what I have fun with, and like part of what I want to do, like does involve how the stream is doing. Because if like no one's watching, if no one's talking, all that kind of shit, it's just kind of boring. Like I might as well just be watching somebody else stream instead of trying to stream myself. Like I can talk to myself while somebody else is streaming just as easy. Like, fucking A. That's what I was thinking too, Boostika. Like, send one character and quit when I die. That's kind of what I was thinking. Kim force playing Hardcore, it's too punishing. Right, exactly. Like, I hate the like ahead of the curve bullshit. It's not bullshit, but it's like I just hate the ahead of the curve kind of mentality where like if you're not first, you're last. And like everybody rush, 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 get to 60, and now it's over. Double-edged sword, starting over too. Once you get to start over, it's uncertain, but you find the direction, you have the momentum, it's golden. You're not wrong. You're not wrong there, and but like, just kind of like you just said, yeah, it's getting to that point, finding that thing. It's tough. Jay had a good thing, Blizz shits on it. Halo is all this time, right? Trying to move with Jay is the greenest pastures in the land. Dude, it's fun RP and everything too. Like, Tauren's great. I just I do think I'm just kind of forcing it if I try it. I want to be wanted somewhere. And I like, again, it's like it's disrespectful for me to kind of say that, because there are people that want me there, and so it's like, oh, what, am I not good enough? Like, is my wanting not good enough? It's like, no, not like individually, it's just like, that's the thing. And like a lot of you guys get it, and like I've been explaining, it just kind of comes down to like Twitch numbers and shit. I've really been trying to make a lot of this different stuff work with like World of Warcraft and all that. I do need to try harder with different shit. No, I like so much of it is just the shit that you do outside of actually streaming. What game would you be playing right now if you could? That's a good question because I don't even fucking know. Like, I think that's kind of part of it too. Is like, I almost am just kind of tired of like WoW and RuneScape and stuff. Like, I would be down to just kind of like try something new or something. I don't fucking know. Like, do I have any sponsorships? Maybe I have like a free game or something that I can just do. I haven't done a single one ever, but creator dashboard. I hardly know her. Uh, Invitation. Play 1 hour of Tom Clancy's The Division Resurgence. Eh, I remember my my dad got me a Tom Clancy game one time because I wanted like I think I wanted like James Bond GoldenEye or something, and like they didn't have it at the Blockbuster, so my dad got like this Tom Clancy game instead. I was like, the fuck is this? I just remember like I was like, it's not really the game I wanted to play. Hmm. App Store for iPhone. I'd be playing it on my phone. Probably have to. Yeah, that's like the only ad that I or yeah. Yo, Boosty, shit, dude. You ain't got to do it. I appreciate it. You know I do. I feel bad when people subscribe right now just because like I feel like I'm not doing anything. Going TBC Drew to classics definitely not that move. Yeah, like going it would feel weird. It's like where's my mangle? Even though like when do you get mangle? I feel like you don't get it for like a little while, but still. Yeah. I think if I did do anything, it would just be like a dual wield warrior. Because like if anything, I want to play a warrior and like actually tank and like do shit, pop off like on damage. Gonna go full on dress up as a cow for the entirety of the event. Motherfucking ass. I wonder. Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. Like I kind of even want to log in right now and just kind of send it. I always psych myself out though, with just like how long everything's gonna take, I feel like. You know? I think that's a large part. For me, is like I psych myself out. I'm like, this is gonna like take X amount of time. And it's like that's content, right? But I don't know. I don't know exactly what I want to do. I just want to play with my friends and stuff. And like that's a large part of the drive for me for hardcore is like, okay, play with friends, play with community, all that. Same thing with RuneScape. Going back and playing with the boys. I'm sure they'd be down for that. With RuneScape, and again, like I put too much stake in all this kind of stuff, but I don't know. Like if I'm trying to like stream and grow and do all this kind of shit, like there are definitely certain considerations, right? Like what I'm playing, what I'm doing, what game, what time, what thing. And I don't know. Maybe I really do need to just build my own thing and grow with that. Like start my own guild, start my own fucking thing, start my own event. Instead of like kind of like just tagging on to these other events that other people are doing. And it's not to like glean off of them, but it's just like it's just going where the eyes are, right? Like you know what I mean? The fucking if people are like interested in a certain category, a certain thing, or whatever, not a bad idea to be doing that thing. But again, just it always comes back to I feel like my problem is like I'm always just on like the outside of things. I feel like I'm always just kind of like on the outside of like this, the outside of this friend group, the outside of what these people, those people. Yeah, I don't really know. I definitely give it some thought. Maybe I play some Warcraft tonight. I do got to wrap it up for now, unfortunately. But you know, c'est la vie. If you guys want to stick around, I'll send it over as a raid to somebody. Um, but yeah, appreciate you guys coming out. Boosty, Tethy, Jalen. Good to see you, Jalen. Jax, really nice to see you as well. You know, I say that just because it's been a minute. If you go to Little Caesars, you can yoink a free pizza. Think of the opportunities. They don't, dude. They don't even let you. I worked at Little Caesars. You pay $4 for a pizza instead of 5. Yeah, that's your employee discount. No free pizza, just $1 discount. Which I mean, whatever. But it's like fuck me. It's just you know what I used to do? I would make a crazy bread, but I would put like cheese and butter and pepperonis and bacon on that shit, and just charge myself for a pizza. That was the move. $0 in the dumpster. I'm trying to think about like the pizzas we threw out because it is like a thing of like hot and ready and like lasting for like a certain amount of time. So it is 0 in the dumpster, and I mean it's in a box as long as it's not like wet cardboard and all that shit. You're good. Yeah, appreciate you guys, Boosty. Thanks again, man. Tethy, great to see you. Jalen, Jax, everybody else here and here's lurking. Appreciate y'all. Let's send it out there. I really am thinking about what I need to do and what I ought to do. Um, it'll come with time. I don't know. It's not always easy, right? You were to somebody to enter it as waste, but people just take them after anyway. Yeah, it was a weird thing there at Little Caesars. It always felt very cheap. Oh, you know what? Let's send it over to Gothic. She's cool. We haven't been able to like hang out in her stream too much. Um cool chick. She's been hanging out with us and everything. So make sure you guys say what up. Say something in the next chat. Makes me look good. Take it sleazy, everybody.